Okay. What about non-flowering plants? Non-flowering plants and other organisms like fungi, algae, bacteria, and protozoans. These are plants and simple organisms. Okay? Parity in non-flowering plants and other organisms such as fungi, algae, bacteria, and protozoans in the form gametes, in the form of gametes. Because we are talking about plants that are not producing flowers. So, how can they reproduce? How can they produce new individuals? Because they don't have flowers. They don't have flowers. So, where is the parity? The same thing. We are talking about other organisms like fungi, algae, and other organisms. Some of them only with one cell. Only one cell. The whole individual is one cell. So, and you are talking about parity. Where is the parity? It is there. It is there. And I will show you in a picture. Okay. Non-flowering plants, fungi, algae, bacteria, and protozoans reproduce sexually through fertilization between two gametes to form zygotes, then sporophytes, then spores, then plants or other organisms. Okay. You would like to know this through a diagram. Okay. In non-flowering plants and other organisms, reproduction comes through spores. Spores. These are spores. Small cells. Spores. Okay? Some spores, okay, grow to produce any individual. Some spores grow to produce any individual. Some of them divide to form what's called gametophytes. Of two types. You can see male and female. From these gametophytes, we get the gametes. Gametes, you can say like what?
Sperm?
Like sperm and ovum. Oh, I mean, just only to bring the understanding closer to your mind. But it's not sperm and ovum. We can talk about gametes as we are talking about sperm and ovum. Okay? As we are talking about pollens and what? And ovum. The same thing for the flowers. In the ovary. Because the flower, as I said, has the male and female type organs. Okay? From the male type organ, we get the pollens. And the pollens transfer to the style where they germinate. And when they germinate, they send a tube to the female type organ, which is called the ovary. Inside the ovary, we have the what? The ovum. Okay? And the fertilization takes place inside the flower. Here we don't have a flower. We have just only gametes. And these gametes comes from the different type of gametophytes, okay? One from this and one from this, and they fertilize each other, or one fertilize the other, in order to get the zygote through fertilization. When we come to zygote, we are talking about parity. Because zygote comes from two types. From two types, not from one type. It must be from two types, okay? Two types of fruit, either in animal or in plants or wherever. As long as we get the zygote, we are talking about male and female organs. We are talking about sexual reproduction. So when we get the zygote, we are talking about sexual reproduction. And when we talk about sexual reproduction, we are talking about pairs.
Glory be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
So, and then after the zygote develops, then division takes place inside the zygote in order to form what's called the sporophyte, from which, okay, spores develop in order to get new plant, new organism, or to get the gametophytes in a new cycle. So, parity in human, parity in animals, parity in plants. Okay. Now, we move to another aspect, which is parity in the basic structures of the cell. Basic structure of the cell. Any individual is composed of tissues, and tissues are composed of cells. So, the basic structure of any individual is cells. Either one cell in the lower creation, or many cells with many tissues in the higher creation. Okay? So, let us look inside the basic structure. Inside the cell. Inside the cell also we find parity. Okay, parity in the number of chromosomes that are found in pairs inside the living cell nucleus. Look at this. This is the cell. Inside the cell, there is a nucleus. Inside the nucleus, we find the chromosomes. And the chromosome inside the cell, in the nucleus, inside the nucleus of the cell, exist in pairs. Exist in pairs.